Welcome to all incoming grade 8. This will be your first lesson for the first quarter. The special products. Under the special products, we have the square of a binomial, product of sum and difference, the square of a trinomial, the cube of a binomial, and sum or difference of two cubes. We're going to discuss that one by one. The good thing about this special product is you can solve the expression mentally. Now let us begin with the square of a binomial. So first, let us recall what is a binomial is. Binomial is an expression with two terms. So example, we have A plus B. First term and the second term. Square. So we need to square the binomial. So this is the example of a square of a binomial. If we're going to solve this, we usually use the FOIL method. What is FOIL method? So we have A plus B times A plus B. This will be the expanded form. Then after getting the expanded form, we multiply. So this is A times A squared. Next is A times B times A. Next, A times B, that is AB. Next, B times A, that is AB. Plus B times B, B squared. So our product is A squared plus AB, that is 2AB, plus copy B squared. So this is the process when you're going to use the FOIL method. But since we are in the special product, we can use this shortcut. First, square the first term. Second, multiply the first term and the second term times 2. Then the last term, square the second term. Now let us try. Square the first term. So the first term is A. Square it. That is A squared. Next, multiply the first term and the second term. A times B, that is AB, times 2. 2AB plus 2AB plus square the second term. That is B squared. So, look at the product. They are the same or equal. Let us try one more. Another example. What if we have 2x plus y squared? Let us use the shortcut. Square the first term. So 2 squared, that is 4. Square x, so that is x squared. Next, multiply with the first and the second term. 2x times y, 2xy times 2, that is positive 4xy. Then square the second term plus y squared. Did you get it? Second example. Let's have 5x minus 1 squared. Square 5 is 25. So x squared, we have x squared. Multiply the first term times the second term. 5x times negative 1, negative 5x times 2, negative 10x. Then last, square negative 1, that is negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. Another one. What if we have 2m plus 3n raised to 2? Square the first term. Correct? 4m squared. Multiply the first term times the second term. 2 times 3. 6 times 2. So that is 12. The sign is positive. Positive 12. Then copy the variables m and then square the second term. Positive 3 square, 9, and then square. For all these special products, square of the binomial is the most important. Why? Because you're going to use this square of a binomial in the conic sections. In the higher grade, we have the square at the circle, the parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. So don't forget this method or the techniques in square of a binomial so you can use or you can solve the conic section in the easiest way. Now let us proceed with the second one. Product of sum and difference. So we have the sum and difference. That means the plus and minus sign. So we have the form here. A plus B times A minus B. So if you're going to use the FOIL method, let us try it. A times A, that is A squared. A times negative B, negative A times B, AB, negative AB. Next, B times A, that is positive AB. And B times negative B, that is negative B squared. Combine like terms. So we have A squared. Next, negative AB plus AB. That will be cancelled out. And just copy negative B squared. So what have you noticed? Special product, the technique is we're just going to square the first term minus the square of the second term. So take note, our sign is always be a minus sign. Let us try. Number 1. X plus y times x minus y. Shortcut is square the first term. The first term is x. Will give us x squared. The second term is y. So our sign is minus, square y, y squared. Take a look of the given. A and B must be the same. Second example. 5m plus 4n times 5m minus 4n. A, B. So we can use the shortcut. Square the first term. 5 squared, 25. The variable is m, so m squared. Minus 4 squared, that is 16. The variable is n, so we have n squared. Another one. 7a minus 1 times 7a plus 1. 7a squared. So 7 squared, that is 49. Then a squared. Minus b is 1. So 1 squared 1 times 1 is 1. So that is the product of sum and difference. And now let us proceed to the third one. The square of a trinomial. Trinomial means 3 terms. Expressions with 3 terms. Let's say we have A plus B plus C. Then we're going to square. So if you're going to FOIL that, that is A plus B plus C times A plus B plus C. Now let us use the shortcut. First step is square the first term. The first term is A. So we need to square that. Next, square the second term. The second term is B. So need to square B. Next, square the third term. C. So we need to square C. Fourth, multiply the first and the second term times 2. So AB times 2, that will give you 2AB. Next, multiply the second term and the third term. That is BC times 2 plus 2BC. And last, multiply the first term and the third term. A times C, AC times 2, 2AC. So, notice that we have 6 terms. So we need to have 6 steps. The 6 steps. Okay? Now let us try. Number 1. Let's say we have 2x plus 3y plus z squared. Let us expand. Let us write our answer here. First step, square the first term. 2 square, 4. Our variable is x, so x squared. Next, 3 square, positive 9. Variable is y squared. Next, square, z squared. Now, multiply the first and the second term. So 2x times 3y, that will give you 6xy times 2. So positive 12xy. Next, multiply the second term and the third term. So 3y times y, that is 3. 3y times z, 3yz times 2. Positive 6yz. And last, multiply the first term and the third term. 2x times a, 2xz times 2. Positive 4xz. And now this is the final. Now let's have the second example. Let's say 5m minus 2n minus 3p. Quantity square. Square the first term. 5 square, 25. The variable is m. So m squared. Next, negative 2 square, that is positive 4, then n squared. Next, square the third term. Negative 3 square, that is positive 9, variable p squared. Next, multiply the first term and the second term. 5m times negative 2n, that is negative 10mn, times 2, negative 20mn. X, negative 2n times negative 3p. Negative times negative, that is positive. 2 times 3, 6np, times 2. So positive 12 and p. And the last term is multiply the first and the third. 5 times negative 3, negative 15. Shortcut times 2, negative 30. And copy the variable mp. And that is the square of a trinomial. So in order for you to master, just have a more practice. And now let us proceed to the fourth one. The cube of a binomial. Cube of a binomial. Binomial, so a plus b, 2 terms, and we're going to cube. The shortcut is, first, cube the first term. So a cube. Next, square the first term, so that is a squared times the second term. A squared times b, a squared b times 3. So plus 3a squared b. Next, square the second term times the first term times 3. So that is 3ab squared. And last, cube the second term plus b cubed. Let us recall. Cube the first term. Next, square the first term times the second term times 3. Third, square the second term times the first term times 3. And fourth, cube the second term. Now let us observe the product. Look at the variable. Variable a. What have you noticed about its exponent? So 3, 2, 1, and there is no a here. So the exponent is in decreasing form. How about in variable b? We don't have b here. We have b raised to 1, b raised to 2, and b cubed. The exponent is in increasing form. So that pattern will help you to solve this special product, the cube of a binomial. Now let us solve. Number 1. Let's say we have 2x plus 1 cubed. Cube the first term, 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, 8. Then x cubed. Next, square the first term, 2 squared, that is 4. Times the second term, 4 times 1, 4, times 3, positive 12x squared. Next, square the second term, 1 squared, 1, times the first term, 1 times 2x, 2x, times 3, positive 6x. And last, cube the second term. 1 times 1 times 1, positive 1. Another one. 3m plus 4n cubed. First step, cube the first term. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27. Then variable is m cubed. Next, square the first term. 3 squared times 4. So 3 squared is 9 times 4. 9, 18, 27, 36. Next, 36 times 3. So 36 times 3, 6 times 3, 18, carry 1, 9, 10, 108. So right, positive 108. Then the variable is m square and n. For the shortcut in the variable, just take a look at the pattern, increasing and decreasing. Next, square the second term. 4 times 4, that is 16. 16 times 3, 48 times 3. So 48 times 3, 8, 16, 24, carry 2. 4 times 3, 12, plus 2, 144. So, plus 144, the variable is m n squared. And last one, cube the second term. 4 times 4 times 4, 64, n cubed. Now our last example, what if we have a minus sign? Let's say we have 5x minus 2y cubed. 5 cubed, that is 5 times 5 times 5, 125 x cubed. Next, square the first term. 5 squared, 25 times 2. 25 times 2, 50. Take a look at the sign, negative. So negative 50 times 3. Negative 150 x squared. Then we have variable y. Copy y. Next, square the second term. Negative 2 squared, that is 4, times 5, 20, times 3, 60. So positive 60 x y squared. And the last one, cube the second term. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, negative 8 y. So that is the cube of a binomial. And now let us proceed to the last part, the product that produces sum of two cubes or difference of two cubes. Take a look of these expressions. So a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So we have a binomial and a trinomial. What we did in the trinomial is that we squared the first term, multiplied the first and the second, times negative. That's why we have negative ab. And we squared the second term. That's why we have b squared. Since this is a special product, the shortcut is focus on the binomial, cube the first term. So that is a cube. Next, cube the second term. Positive b cube. Now the second example, or the second expression is that a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Again, the same process. Focus on the binomial, then cube the first term, a cubed. The sign is minus b cubed. So that is very easy. Just cube the first term and cube the second term. Example. Another example, letter A. Now, number 1. 2x minus 3y times 4x squared plus 6xy plus 9y squared. The first step, cube the first term. 2x times 2x times 2x. That is 8x cubed. Next, negative 3y cubed. So that is 3 times 3 times 3. 27y cubed. What will be our sign? So the sign of the binomial is minus, so write minus. Second example, 5m plus 4n times 25m squared minus 20mn plus 16n squared. Focus on the binomial. 5 times 5 times 5. 5 cubed. That is 125 m cubed. The sign is plus. Plus 4 cubed. 4 times 4 times 4. 64 m cubed. So those are the 5 special products. I will attach exercises at the end of this video. Then you need to check your understanding. So try to solve those problems and don't forget to share your answer. Write it in the comment section. Thank you for watching and please don't forget to subscribe in this channel.